What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. So tell me this, say you've created a dope comic book, or you've come up with some artwork that you think is going to make a great poster or a pinup. You do the art, you put in the work, you make it as dope as possible, but now gotta do the graphic design. But wait, you're an artist, you're not a graphic designer, and unfortunately, you don't have the money needed to hire one. So what are you gonna do? Of course, you're gonna do it yourself. And I've got 5 tips that are going to help you get the job done. So fire up Photoshop, follow along. I'm about to give y'all some game. Let's go. What's up, fam? It's your boy DKG72, and using Photoshop can be a little bit daunting. I already know that. And for artists who are locked in on, I'm a painter, I'm a drawer, I do all these types of things, I don't understand Photoshop, I don't have time to. Well, I'm going to help you guys get over that hump, because you need to expand your skill sets out so that you can make sure that your work comes out exactly the way you want it to. So let's get into it. Let me go over the 5 tips that are going to help you become a better user of Photoshop. Yo, tip number 1, gotta use templates. Templates make everything easier in life. Basically, every printer in the world provides us with pre-made templates. A pre-made template basically designates out the safe area where all your artwork can fit, where the main body of your artwork should fit. Your bleed area, which goes over the safe area, obviously. In the trim area, the area which is the area most likely to get cut when they trim it down to size. So say for instance, you got a book that's 8 by 10. Well, it may have like a 1/4 inch bleed on it, so that whole 1/4 inch gets cut down. So that's how they get everything. They cut it down to size. It doesn't just print out at the right size. They have to cut it down. So you have to use templates, and the templates designate these areas out. So all you have to do is adjust your artwork accordingly. Make sure that the most important part of the image is in the safe area. The areas that are kind of not as important that can get cut are in the bleed and trim areas. And that's going to basically make you good to go. So always look for templates. Most printers use templates. Most printers have templates already ready for you. I know my guys over 48 Hour Print. Hey guys, need that sponsorship. My guys over at 48 Hour Print, they always have a template ready for you. So make sure if you go to a printer and they don't have a template, might not want to use those guys. Okay, say I want to duplicate an image in Photoshop. A quick and easy way to duplicate that layer is to hold down the Alt key, click on the image, drag with your mouse, and guess what? Now you've got 2 separate images, and they're both on 2 separate layers, so you can adjust them accordingly. How easy is that? Tip number 3, gotta use the alignment tool. This is a simple tool, or basically a tool extension that's available when you have your move tool selected. So if you notice here, the move tool, when you have it selected, you get the whole alignment tool up top. So what does an alignment tool do? Well, basically what it does is it makes sure that your image is aligned to the left, to the right, or center perfectly. That's right, perfectly. And it's mad versatile. Let me show you a trick, guys. This is dope. I can't wait for you to see this. All right, check out this book cover template that I'm using. If you notice, they have a designated area for the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. Now I want to put the Foresight logo on the back cover, where your back cover is on, because you know the front cover, your spine, and your back cover should all be on separate layers. Extra game. Select that layer. If you notice, in your layer panel, there's a little box that shows you exactly what's on your layer. See it? Good. So this is what you guys gotta do. You gotta hold down the control button, and you're going to click in that little box. Now, only that object is selected. Dope, right? Peter McKinnon calls them the little marching ants, but that, you know when it's selected. You'll see it. Now, watch what happens when I select the Foresight logo. I can now move it within that space, and just that space only. And you're doing that all with just the touch of a button. How easy is that? Tip number 4, never flatten your artwork. That's right. Never flatten your artwork. But Dave, don't you got to deliver your artwork as a JPEG to your client? So you don't want to deliver them a PSD in layers. You don't. But let's go over a scenario. Let's say, for instance, you're doing a job for a client. It's a bookmark. You do all this great artwork, you put it all together, all the layers are ready and everything like that. You flatten it up and make it a JPEG and you send it off to your client, and then you close out the project. You go to bed, you go to sleep, and you think, job well done. Until your client calls you the very next day and says, hey, I gave you the wrong information. We misspelled the CEO of the company's name and we need to correct it. Uh-oh, you flatten the layer. All the layers are compressed. Now it's almost going to be impossible to make that correction. So if you hadn't flattened it and just left it as a PSD, you could have just easily gone to the text layer, selected the text layer, highlighted the name that was misspelled, corrected it, and then saved as a PSD. So how do you get a flattened image to your client? I'm glad you asked. There's an option where you go to File, Save As. So from your PSD, save as a JPEG. From your PSD, save as a PNG, save as a PDF. You can basically save as any file that your client needs you to save it as. But you always want to keep that editable PSD ready and waiting for when you need to get back to it the most. Because you never know. Clients always change their minds. Clients always make mistakes. It may not even be you, because you could have just cut and pasted everything out. But clients do make mistakes, so you have to hedge your bets. Never flatten your work, never make it so that you can never edit it when you need to. Hey guys, here we go. Tip number 5, save, save, save. I can't say it enough. Now I know, it's 2020. Everything has autosave, so save your work anyway. The general rule of thumb is every 5 to 15 minutes, you want to save your work. Just because you got autosave doesn't mean that you could be working on something, could have just gotten done. The most important part didn't get autosave because you know autosave cycles and you're in between cycles. And guess what? Computer crashes and you've lost that most important part and you got to go back and do it all over again. Who wants to do that? But if you're manually saving yourself, you're also ensuring that you're like, hey, I just knocked out a really hard piece of work. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have to deal with losing it. Let me go ahead and save it myself. So always maintain your control. Always save between 5 to 10 minutes of working. Never, ever, ever just rely on the autosave. You always want to do it yourself. That way you're always ensured to have saved the most recent version of your work. And if anything should happen, like say for instance, an unexpected computer crash, no big deal. You already saved everything that you needed. So the little work that you do have to go back and do, not that bad. Always remember, save, save, save. Probably most important thing I could tell you. And that's it, guys. I told you, 5 simple tips. These are some very simple, very basic tips that will get you through using Photoshop that every artist should know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. And please share this all over the internet. Now, if you guys are new here, I just love to say, what's up? How you doing? And hit the subscribe button. Join the family. We're growing. You should join us too. If you guys want to get in touch with me, all you got to do is reach out to me at Instagram or Twitter, which is at DKG72. I also have a Facebook fan page and a TikTok, that's David Gordon 72. If you guys really like what you're seeing, please head on over to Patreon/DKG72 Comics. The link is in the description. Choose a tier. I got 4 dope tiers I think you guys will like. Choose a tier and support the channel and the studio and everything that we're doing. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and I'm going to be doing more of these. There are plenty of tips that we can give each other and feedback, and please hit me in the comments. Give me feedback. Let me know what you liked about this video, what you didn't like about this video. So let me know, guys. We got plenty of feedback to give, plenty of information to give, plenty of tutorials to give. And on that note, I'll holler at y'all on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. a lot of work going on. I'm losing track of the days. Anyway, it's your boy DKG72, and I'm out. Peace.